looking as a federal opposition of how can we put the best platform in place that recognises that this is risky investment, puts in place some consumer protection, but gives access to capital, much needed capital for startups that have gone through the capital that they would have got from friends and family, and they need to really plug a sort of funding black hole that's a 2 million to 5 million mark. And that's a real challenge, and crowdsource funding could be a way to fix that.
I understand the challenge, and I understand your intentions are good, but given what we have been through on problems with people losing money in investments, it is a risky idea, isn't it? I mean, at the moment, the mantra for investors is we want to give you all the protections we can. It seems a little against the current mood to be trying to relax them, because while most might be genuine attempts for startups, it does open the way for a few shonks in there, doesn't it?
And you have to be very mindful of that, and you have to put in place a framework that does two things. One, that alerts people to the risk, and two, provides protections along the way, that they're kept informed and that they know exactly what they're getting into. And some of the recommendations that were put forward, I think, provide a solid platform. For instance, ASIC working with the broader sector to come up with a template disclosure statement so that people are informed of risk, that we raise overall awareness of the fact that you can either make a lot of money and support technology that's going to be disruptive and change business models, or it may not end up that you get anything out of it. We do need to let people know up front that it is risky and that they go into that investment with their eyes wide open. But as one startup said to me, Janine, they said, so let me get this straight. If I had, say, for example, $2,500 and I went to a local RSL and put my money into a poker machine, there'd be no restrictions on that. But if I wanted to actually support an investment in a startup that could transform the way that a sector works through the application of that technology, I wouldn't be able to do it. And so there are some arguments that are being put forward in that space that you're mindful of. But your starting point is absolutely crucial. How do we manage risk?
And just out of interest, given that everybody seems focused on certain issues at the moment, are you getting much response on your side, or does it sort of go down the list at the moment because they're more interested in whacking them on FOFA?
In terms of, in this space, the sort of crowdsource equity funding area? Yeah, well, look, Chris Bowen as Shadow Treasurer put this firmly on our agenda in response to the budget in May. People say, oh, why don't oppositions put forward policy agendas? Well, we certainly said that innovation is one of those areas that can drive growth in the economy, and this is one space out of many that we do need to get some movement on. The government's had the CAMAC report since May. They're, apart from making some positive sounds, they haven't really done much in saying, well, this is the framework we reckon we can take forward. We've been talking with the startup sector. There is a lot of interest on our side. We hope to make announcements in the next few weeks in relation to this, to basically push the barrow and get some traction here, because we think it's an important source of capital for startups, and it needs work sooner rather than later. I met with one firm, Janine, that's relocating to New Zealand because they can't get the capital in this way, and we do need to act on it.